Gary, what do you say to people who think hiring a lawyer is just about knowing a judge or cutting deals?
I think that it's not an uncommon perception of what happens in this business. I think it's a little silly as well, but at the end of the day, I mean, just like any other business, it's about relationships. And sure, there are some places, and specifically in smaller counties, maybe there's a little bit of hand dealing behind closed doors that are going on. For the most part, though, I find that it's, in my experience, even when I go to smaller counties as somebody that's unknown, judges, they respect good work and they respect good lawyering, and they'll do their research about who you have hired. If you come in with somebody that is unknown, that they'll find out pretty quickly. And so I think that that's a big misconception in this line of work, and I think that it's kind of an overly broad approach to think that, well, just because I'm hiring this lawyer and they may be friends with this judge or they may be friends with this prosecutor, then I'm certainly going to get a much better outcome in this situation. I don't find that to be the case. And in fact, oftentimes that could backfire because lawyers that frequently practice in front of the same judge or that frequently deal with the same prosecutors, right? It would only make sense that those judges, those prosecutors become more apprehensive of constantly giving somebody what they want and what they're being asked for, because then it becomes just a complete kind of like one note approach of, well, I'm going to give favors to this particular person. I think you're much more likely to succeed with someone that has kind of multifaceted across the board practice of where they're in many different courts, they practice and they deal with many different prosecutors. They don't have overly close relationships with any of them. They may know them, they may be friendly with them, but they don't spend weekend getaways at some hunting lodge with these individuals. So that's the way that I would approach that.